Part 1, Unseen Ties. Deep within the shadowed corners of an old, sprawling mansion known as Blackwood Manor, a sinister secret lay dormant. The house was known to the locals as a place of uncanny occurrences, with whispers of its grim past circulating through hushed conversations. Over the years, its history had faded into a mere legend, but the truth was far more chilling than anyone could imagine. Jessica Summers, an investigative journalist with a fascination for the macabre, stumbled upon Blackwood Manor during her search for her next chilling story. Armed with her camera and insatiable curiosity, she entered the manor, heedless of its ominous aura. As night descended, a sense of unease washed over her. A cold draft whispered through the corridors, and the flickering candles cast eerie shadows on the peeling wallpaper. Jessica's camera captured the decaying beauty of the mansion, but it also captured something far more sinister, a fleeting figure, barely discernible, lurking in the corners of her photographs. Part 2, Whispers of the Past. Jessica's obsession with Blackwood Manor grew, along with her compulsion to return. She found herself drawn back, each time uncovering more unsettling revelations. Digging into the history of the mansion, she uncovered a tale of betrayal, madness, and a malevolent force that had gripped the former inhabitants. It was said that nearly a century ago, a powerful, malevolent entity, known as the Shadowed Spectre, had taken residence within the mansion. It was said to be the spirit of a once prominent figure whose soul had been consumed by darkness after a forbidden ritual. The specter's vengeful presence bound itself to the mansion, feeding on the despair and suffering of those who dared to enter. As Jessica delved deeper into the history, she realized that the specter's influence was not limited to the past, it was very much alive, waiting for new souls to torment. Part 3, Haunting Control. Jessica's relentless pursuit of the truth was about to become a dangerous obsession. Unbeknownst to her, with each visit to Blackwood Manor, the specter's ethereal influence crept into her mind. It began subtly, like a whisper in the dark, planting suggestions that grew into compulsions. One night, as Jessica ventured into the mansion's forsaken basement, she stumbled upon a hidden chamber. Within its walls, she found a forgotten journal belonging to one of the specter's earliest victims. The journal chronicled the victim's descent into madness as the specter's control tightened its grip. As Jessica read, the room grew colder, and a whisper danced at the edge of her senses. Unbeknownst to her, the specter's presence surged from the journal's pages, intertwining with her thoughts. An insidious pact formed between them, an exchange of curiosity for control. Part 4, Unholy Alliance. The weeks that followed saw Jessica's behavior shift dramatically. Friends and colleagues began to notice her erratic actions and the glazed look in her eyes. She started losing track of time, waking up in unfamiliar places with no memory of how she got there. The specter's influence had taken root, its malevolent desires feeding into Jessica's subconscious. Driven by the specter's commands, Jessica documented the mansion's gruesome history with an unsettling fervor. Her articles and photographs grew darker, more twisted, as her own thoughts merged with the specter's morbid inclinations. The line between journalist and possessed puppet began to blur. Part 5, The Descent. As Jessica's sense of self faded, the specter's presence became more potent. The mansion's walls seemed to throb with a sinister energy, amplifying its hold over her. With each passing day, Jessica's actions became more erratic and violent. She started to lose control of her body, forced to commit unspeakable acts that sent shivers down her spine. Her friends and loved ones, concerned and fearful, attempted interventions. But the specter's power was unyielding, It manipulated Jessica's speech and movements, taunting those who tried to free her. The once ambitious journalist was now a mere vessel for the specter's insidious desires. Part 6, Breaking the Chain. One fateful night, as the moon cast an eerie glow over Blackwood Manor, an unexpected visitor arrived, the great-granddaughter of the mansion's original owner. Armed with knowledge passed down through generations, she carried an artifact said to have the power to sever the specter's tie to the mortal realm. The artifact, a relic from the forbidden ritual that had birthed the specter, emitted a brilliant light that clashed against the mansion's darkness. As the artifact's energy enveloped Jessica, a battle of wills erupted within her psyche. Memories of her past and the haunting control were pitted against the artifact's cleansing power. Part 7, The Final Confrontation. In the depths of Jessica's mind, a struggle raged. The specter's grip tightened, attempting to protect its newfound vessel, while Jessica's own memories fought to reclaim her identity. The battle manifested in the physical realm, as the mansion quaked and shuddered, a maelstrom of light and shadow. With a final surge of strength, Jessica's true self emerged victorious. The artifact's power shattered the specter's hold, banishing it from the mansion and freeing her from its malevolent clutches. As the mansion trembled in the aftermath, its ominous aura began to lift. Part 8, Redemption and Closure. In the wake of the battle, Jessica sought closure for the victims of the specter's torment. She documented their stories with empathy, vowing to honor their memory and ensure their suffering was not forgotten. With the mansion's curse lifted, Blackwood Manor began to undergo a transformation, its dark history gradually replaced by a sense of renewal. Jessica emerged from the ordeal forever changed, haunted by the memories of her possession. Yet, she found solace in knowing that she had broken the cycle of darkness that had gripped the mansion for so long. Her articles took on a new purpose, to shed light on the sinister truths that hide beneath the surface, ensuring that the horrors of the past would never be repeated. And so, the tale of Blackwood Manor echoed into history, a story of a relentless journalist, a malevolent specter, and the battle for control that had tested the boundaries of reality and the strength of the human spirit.